Namaste everyone. Welcome to today's session. Today is day 3 of Navratri. Today we are going to speak few things on Chandraghanta. That is the Devi for today. And we are also going to discuss few other aspects towards it and what is the correlation with our life and how we can improve it. We'll be also doing a short meditation in the process. So let us start our session with a small invocation. Keep your tongue to your palate. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your spine straight. Focus your attention on your breathing. Inhalation, gap, exhalation, gap. As we are doing this on daily basis, at the same time, it is easier for us to be connected. Feel the stillness. Now think about a happy moment in your life. Whatever things happened in last 48 hours, there might be just one or two moments where you laughed, where you smiled. Feel that joy, bliss, happiness, and love. With each breathing, you are becoming more still and more calmer. You're experiencing inner peace. With this, just tune in into the energy and listen to my voice. There is no need to repeat. If you want, you can mentally repeat after me. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. All of us are originated, we come from the same source. This source is the infinite energy. That source is the absolute truth. It is whole in itself. Any part of this infinite becomes infinite in itself. All of us have that infinite. Small part of this infinite is there within us. That is us. That is our soul. When we tap into this infinite source of energy, we are able to channelize the light of God through us. All of us are just instruments. We have these bodies. The bodies have organs, blood vessels, senses. Other bodies have emotions, thoughts. We are able to interact with the environment because of these bodies, senses, and mind. The powerhouse for all these things is this infinite source of energy, of which the small part is there within us. That is the reason for our existence. That is also a living proof that God exists, because a small part of God is there within us. We are not the senses, we are not the mind, we are not the emotions and thoughts. We are the soul. I am that I am. I am not the body, not the emotions, not the thoughts. I am not the mind. I am the soul. I am that I am. All of us are connected and one with the Supreme God. All of us are connected and one with each other. There is only oneness. The entire creation has godliness. The room where you are sitting, everything around you is nothing but just revelation of God in different forms. One of the major aspects of God is to create. We become closer to God as we are constantly in the process of creation, creating thoughts, creating emotions. That is our true nature, creating a transformation, a change on the planet Earth. I am that I am. The group of souls or the individuals who have helped us to know about the absolute truth. We pay respects to them. We bow down to them. If you have any guru in your life, just think about your guru. Express gratitude towards your guru. Express gratitude towards the entire lineage of your guru. All the lineages come from the Supreme God. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. It is Guru who taught us about the absolute truth. So, the part of this infinite energy which is present in our Guru is easily observable by us. The moment we tune in to this energy, the soul of our Guru, we directly reach to the Supreme God. The moment we tap into our infinite energy, we see God. God is everywhere. God is omnipresent, omnipotent. We are one with God. Be still and let go of yourself. With each breath, your consciousness is expanding. You are becoming closer to God. You are becoming one with God. You are becoming one with all. So be it. So be it. So be it. So it is. Slowly return to your body back. Move your fingers, move your toes. Put a smile on your face. Now mentally affirm, or you can mentally repeat after me. I am super receptive, super conductive at all the levels. I accept all the guidances, the blessings, and love. I accept all the energies coming towards me. I am just an instrument. I understand, I acknowledge. I surrender my weaknesses, my vices. I surrender anything and everything which is not in alignment with my growth and evolution. I let go of that. I ask for the blessings to replace all those unwanted energies in my system, to replace that with higher frequency, higher vibration energies of God. I accept, I accept, I accept. Take a deep breath. Experience this slight shift in you and your consciousness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, slowly and gently, open your eyes with a smile. I hope everyone is okay. That was a powerful invocation. I mean, most of the healings is done in the invocation itself. But good. It's good. That means now we can try to understand the higher levels of it. Let's see how it works. So today is the day 3. So day 3 is of Chandraghanta. So जो देवी माँ है चंद्रघंटा उनके ऊपर पूरा का पूरा डे 3 निर्भर है. सो आपने जितने भी अपने लाइफ में पाठ 40सा ये जो भी चीज किया है उसमें चंद्रघंटा के बारे में आपको आपने कभी सुना होगा या आपको हो सकता है ये सब स्टोरीज भी पता हो. ओके. Now, what we need to understand is like how I was speaking in the previous sessions that all the Puranas are also interrelated. So do not see them linearly. So now let us go back to the day 1. तो डे 1 में हमने शैलपुत्री जी के बारे में बात किया. ठीक है, माँ शैलपुत्री जी. एंड आफ्टर दैट व्हाट वी स्पोक ऑफ ब्रह्मचारिणी. Look at the chronological sequence also. So there is one school of thought which says कि जब भी महादेव आए अपनी, सो देर इज दिस इंसिडेंस फ्रॉम शिव पुराण, हम लोग पहले उस पर थोड़ा बात करेंगे. सो अपेरेंटली जैसे फादर इन लॉ मदर इन लॉ होते हैं तो वैसे हिमालय और उनकी वाइफ एंड उनकी डॉटर पार्वती जी, और यहाँ से हमारी निकलती है बारात. किसकी? महादेव की. तो महादेव की बारात में भूत प्रेत गण एवरीवन इज इनवाइटेड. एवरीवन. ठीक है. हम जैसे कुमकुम से होली खेलते हैं या अलग अलग कलर से होली खेलते हैं, वहां पे होली भस्म से खेली जाती है. ठीक है. तो ये पूरी बारात आती है और इनके समक्ष खड़ी रहती है उनकी सिस्टर इन लॉ, मतलब जैसे मदर इन लॉ के. ठीक है. तो जैसे वो होता है तो पहला पता है अपने सनातन धर्म में ऐसा प्रथा है कि सासू माँ खड़ी रहती है, जो दामाद जो होने वाले दामाद है वो जब आते हैं तो उनका नाक खींचते हैं वो सब. There are like all those gimmicks what happens. So it is actually from this incident. It is not from somewhere down the line. कहीं से भी ऐसा टपक नहीं गया वो चीज. There are reasons for it. So that particular thing, the moment she looks at him, महादेव पूरे भस्म से लालचित पर पूरे के पूरा बॉडी में भस्म लगाया हुआ है. ही इज नॉट वेयरिंग एनीथिंग. देयर इज जस्ट वन क्लॉथ एंड ऑल दोज थिंग्स वर. द मोमेंट शी सॉ दैट शी इज लाइक मेरी बेटी इनसे शादी करने वाली है, और वो बेहोश हो गई. ठीक है. द मोमेंट दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग हैपेंड एंड obviously people realize that okay this is happening, then Lord Vishnu came in. So Lord Vishnu is like wait. So by the way Lord Vishnu ने पार्वती माता को अपनी बहन माना है. That's the reason why you will see Ganesh, Kartikeya and Okha, all three children of Mahadev, they call Lord Vishnu as Mama. Okay. So Lord Vishnu is like wait, I'll do something. So he takes Mahadev और उनको तैयार करते हैं. सो जो वो रूप है महादेव का उसको हम चंद्रशेखर के नाम से जानते हैं. वाई चंद्रशेखर? बिकॉज शेखर मतलब सुंदर एंड चंद्र इज अप, सो ऐसे चंद्रशेखर के हिसाब से उनको जाना जाता है. सो दैट इज वन पर्टिकुलर इवेंट विच हैपेंस इन शिव पुराण. अब ये इवेंट हुआ सो माँ पार्वती द मोमेंट शी लुक्स एट हिम वो मोहक हो जाती है। एंड जो स्वरूप वो धारण करती है वो उसको चंद्रघंटा डायरेक्टली नहीं बोला है, बट वो जो डिस्क्रिप्शन है वो भी चंद्रघंटा का ही है। नाउ दैट डज नॉट मीन कि वो चंद्रघंटा है, बट व्हाट इट मीन्स द हायर लेवल ऑफ ट्रूथ इज चंद्रघंटा और एनी अदर देवी इज पार्वती। आई होप यू गेट इट। ओके, नाउ ये एक बड़ा इंसिडेंस हुआ। नाउ लेट अस रिफर्बिश और गो टू डिफरेंट पुराणास वन बाय वन। ठीक है, सो अभी जैसे देवी पुराण अगर मैं बात करता हूं तो देवी पुराण का फुल फॉर्म देवी देवी भागवत पुराण आपको ये मिलेगा। ओके, भागवत इज समथिंग विच इज संक्षेप। ठीक है, देवी भागवत पुराण के अनुसार अगर हम देखेंगे तो देर वॉज वन पर्टिकुलर इंसिडेंस बिकॉज ऑफ दिस ऑल दीज थिंग्स हैपन। सबसे पहले फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट हम जिनको माँ दुर्गा कहते हैं, ओके, that is the Adi Shakti, the supreme Shakti, because of which the entire planet is running and entire cosmos is running. Forget about planet. We're talking about all the dimensions, all the planes, all the planets, and every type of jeev. We're talking about them. Okay, I'm not talking about human bodies only. Everything what exists. उनको बहुत सारे नाम दिए गए हैं। जैसे माँ दुर्गा बहुत सारे लोगों को पता रहेगा। फिर उनके बहुत सारे रूप है, स्वरूप है, जिसके कारण हम नवरात्रि पढ़ रहे हैं। Since there is one particular term which is also introduced is called as Bhagwati. You will find this term in like mostly you will find this in the people who are from Gujarat and Rajasthan. They'll use this particular term as Bhagwati, and you will find a lot of females also named Bhagwati because of that. It is the same way. That is only the, you can say, one of the names. So different places where the Puranas have been translated or written have mean different. Okay, so when we are talking about this, Adi Shakti or Bhagwati was always existed. She was always there. Now, why did Chandraghanta came in picture? We'll talk about that. It is not ki Adi Shakti. It is more over like, so this is my understanding. Okay, I might be wrong. It is more over like कि आप मेरे पास आके मुझे बोलते हो कि जन्मेश मुझे पूरी खानी है। ठीक है, सो मेरे पास क्या है, गेहूं है, आई हैव व्हीट। सो व्हीट इज लाइक द रॉ मटेरियल। अभी मैं उसको पिसवाऊंगा एंड देन आई विल मेक द पूरी विद द सेम व्हीट। I can make a lot of different things. I can make bhaturas, I can make rotis, I can make the Rajasthani rotlas from that. I can also make a shira, or what North people say halwa, okay, from that particular thing. But what is required is my conscious to see the number of events or the sequence of the events what I need to do to get that particular end product. That is the same way we have different Swaroop or revelation of Adi Shakti to do some activity and to have a purpose. Is that part clear? Now let's move on. So what we talked about is other dimensions. Yesterday also we spoke about it. So Shukracharya is the one who is a guru of Rakshas Kul, Asur Kul. ठीक है, असुर और राक्षस में भी फर्क है। सो दामू करके एक राक्षस थे, असुर थे। दामू उनके पुत्र हुए, रंभ नाम है उनका। ठीक है, दामू दामू से जितने भी डिसेंडेंट आते हैं, दे स्टार्टेड देयर डिफरेंट रेस विच आर कॉल्ड एज दानव एंड दैत्य। ओके, सो रंभ जो थे, ही वाज आल्सो वेरी पावरफुल। अंडरस्टैंड, असुर एंड राक्षस डज नॉट मीन दे आर नेगेटिव इन नेचर. They also have the knowledge regarding Vedas. They also have the knowledge regarding bhakti and everything. The only thing what Shukracharya had in his mind is that Devas and Asuras should be at same level, which was not happening because of few reasons and because of whatever was happening during that time. However, if you go to see, every time when Asur was ruling the kingdoms, like from all three lokas and everything, there was always an imbalance. Because of that particular imbalance, Vishnu had to incarnate or do something in order to establish that balance. Okay. Now, yesterday I also told you about the two Dwarpals of Vishnu who were cursed, and because of that they had to incarnate thrice. You know, so wo hisab se hi, you keep all these things in your mind and be very open to this part. Now we were talking about Rambh. So Ram was also a very powerful person. What happened is he went to some place where he saw a female, a Ichhadari female who can transform herself, but she was not a female, she was a bhais, buffalo. Okay, like half buffalo half human, ऐसा आप structure दिमाग में डालो. And that is also थोड़ा bit mayavi, so that particular person or sentient beings also had an energy. Asur have a quality. You know what the quality is? They know correctly the art of seduction. They are very good in making love, and they can seduce anybody and everybody. That's the reason why they can transform. That's the reason they are Mayavi. So Mayavi is the particular terminology which is used. And hence, if you see in our culture also, lust is something which has been always downgraded, because things have always went wrong in our Puranas, in our stories, the moment a person has surrendered to lust. So many a times we say that, okay, this is the wrong thing or something like that, but that's not correct in an entire way. We'll discuss few stories regarding that also. So what happened is, the moment Ramba saw her, they fell in love and they had a kid. They had a child. That child was also Mayavi, because two beautiful, powerful people, they came together and there was a kid. That kid was having that particular Maya, जो अपनी इच्छा से या तो भैंस बन सकता है या तो ह्यूमन बन सकता है. मतलब he can transform to any being he want, and he was also very powerful. So what happens is, the moment some powerful asur is born, Shukracharya comes in and he's like, okay, let me train you, and all those things might have happened during that time. So then Mahisasur, what he did is he started praying to Lord Brahma. If you notice this part, this pattern is very similar to all the asuras. They'll first go to Lord Brahma or Mahadev and they start worshipping. They do a lot of other things, and they are later on they get their particular vardhan. And then there are terms and conditions. Simple. And then oppositions, whatever things what God needs to do, they do it. So in this process, Mahishasur, malab, he was very, very powerful. I'm not talking about power in terms of only physical strength. I'm talking about powerful in terms of even his mental strength, his emotional strength. Like, you cannot corrupt him in any way. You know, all these people, all the asuras, what we have talked about, they are very powerful people, very, very powerful. In fact, we should learn from them regarding constancy of aim and effort, like how they did all those things in spite of all the odds against them. They still did that particular thing. So Mahishasura, he started his sadhana with Brahmadev, on Brahmadev. तो ब्रह्मा जी के हिसाब से उन्होंने अपनी साधना की, एंड ब्रह्मा जी प्रसन्न हुए, प्रकट हुए उनके सामने. तो महिषासुर वाज लाइक, आई वांट टू बी इमॉर्टल. तो ब्रह्मा जी इज लाइक, सॉरी, immortality is not in our clause, not no terms and conditions can be applied on that part. You can ask for something else. Then Mahishasur says that no person, a male, okay, so only ऐसा समझो कि वो पूरे स्टेटमेंट में सिर्फ फीमेल हटा दो, बाकी जितने जीव थे, जितने भी सेनियन बीइंग्स थे, सबका नाम उन्होंने ले लिया. एंड ही इज लाइक, इसमें से कोई मेरे को नहीं मारना चाहिए. सिंपल. देन लॉर्ड ब्रह्मा इज लाइक, तथास्तु, हो गया. So that particular thing happened. In this event, then after that, Mahishasur, as what all Asur did, they started conquering Lokas. So Patal Lok was their own. They started conquering Bhulok, that is planet Earth. And then they started conquering Devlok. So where Raja Indra is there. So he gave a good battle, but he still lost. And then Mahishasur took over. So now what all gods will do, they'll go first. So there is like three past things, they need to visit to that particular. It is like an SBI office or a government office where you need to go from Chota Babu to Bada Babu. So they go to Lord Brahma first. That, see, you have given this particular vow to this particular person, and now he is pain in our neck. Tell us what should we do. So Brahma is like, Mera kaam dena hai. I don't know. You need to refer to different department. So they go to Mahadev. So first they go to Vishnu. So Vishnu is like, let us go do a meeting with Mahadev also. So then all three gods, they sit, they talk about all these things, and then they are like, okay, we need to do something. So then they call up on Bhagwati. that is Ma Durga, that we need to actually kill this person and so and so, and all these things happened. So they are like, okay, so what next? So what happens is all the three deities, that is the revelation of the god, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, they start a process of energy that is moreover an alchemy with the help of Adi Shakti or Bhagavati. So which has a swaroop. Now, let us describe this particular swaroop. Chandraghanta. Chandra means moon. So you will see moon in any picture of Chandraghanta. Okay. There are bhuja. Bhuja means arms. So there are 18 bhujas. Okay. In that, let's see one on one things. There is one kamandal. Kamandal is a kind of a lota or something like that, which is used by a lot of Rishi Munis, that is filled with Ganga Jal, which is given to her by Brahmaji. Okay. Second is a trident or same kind of Trishul or similar kind of Trishul, a replica of that, which is given by Lord Shiva. Sudarshan Chakra of Vishnu, a replica of that or similar that kind of with 1000 edges or 1000 ends, which is clearly mentioned, Sahastra Chakra, which is mentioned, which is given to her. Okay. Similarly, different gods did gave their different kind of blessings or different kind of energy or different kind of bait regarding this. If you might know about Varun Dev is god of sea or god of water. He gave a shank, which his vibration is very much higher in nature. The moment you blow that shank, a lot of negativity are repelled. Okay. So this particular things happened a lot of, they give the blessings and everything. There is 18 hands. It became then 4 hands, 2 hands, and all those things, like, you can change the forms. And then the lion where she was sitting on, the lion was also very powerful. In this entire process, now she had a purpose. The purpose was to kill Mahisasur. So she goes. The moment she goes, there were like a lot of disciples of Mahishasur. Like Mahishasur is also very powerful. So there are a lot of Senapati, lot of war, all the warfares happen between gods and demigods and all these things. Lastly, Mahishasur comes. And the moment Mahishasur looks at Chandraghanta, he gets mohak. Okay. And he changes his form by from being a Rakshas and Bhaisa and all these things. He changes to a very beautiful person. And he's like that, I adore you. And he starts not trying to seduce, but he starts admiring her. And she laughs and she's like, I am Adi Shakti. Adi Purusha is my husband. What do you think who you are? And she starts with that part. So Mahishasur is like, okay, we don't have a choice. And then he changes his form, and then the battle starts. So when the battle was started, you will see there are like a lot of description regarding the battle and this and that and all those things. Let's not go in the details because that will confuse you. Eventually, Chandraghanta won. So after the winning over Mahishasur, what happened is, have you seen the picture? You will always see the picture of Mahishasur lying like this on the feet of Ma Chandraghanta. Okay. This particular picture you visualize in your head. Now, the name of Chandraghanta is more familiar. Ghanta means a bell, but in that akar or in that shape, there is a illuminating light coming from her back. So when some purpose is achieved, you will find that kind of picture always around. So then Mahishasur, as he took lot of forms. By the way, I have summarized you the war, but in that process, Mahishasur takes more than, you can say, like 50 or 60 forms. Like he changes his forms every now and then. And because of that, people might be confused, but this is what. So there are a lot of other names also which are given to Mahishasur, but they are him only. It's not nothing else. But the last part where he was at his full power, full peak, was when Chandraghanta defeated him. Okay. So this is one story from Devi Bhagavad Puran. Now let's go to Kali Puran. So we'll talk about this very well because I'll tell you this. I mean, I don't know what is truth in this way, but this makes sense to me. So in Kali Puran, when Mahishasur, who already existed, he was doing his sadhana and he had a lot of siddhis. Okay, he was a bhakt of Bhadrakali Ma. So there might be a lot of you guys who have Bhadrakali as a Kuldevi. So Bhadrakali is a very powerful deity, one of the aspect or one of the revelation of Kali, Ma, something like that. So he started a sadhana on Bhadrakali, and he told Bhadrakali like he gave everything what he had, and he just started his sadhana. After that, a given good amount of number of like good amount of years is not 2 and 3. It is always thousands and more than millionaires or something like that in Puranas. Okay, so after that particular time passed away, and Bhadrakali आए माता उनके सामने आए and Bhadrakali is like, son, what do you want? I know you are my bhakt. So he just looks at her and he cries. He's like, मेरा जितना करना था मुझे मैं सफल हो गया because I had your darshana. And he starts crying and he's like, I want two things. So he asks for two things. First and foremost, he asks that nobody will be able to kill him. That is the immortality part. What is there? And second, he asks that because of this immortality, what I have, I would like to worship you and stay at your feet for upcoming entire eternity. That was his wish. Are you getting my point? So then Bhadrakali Ma says that I will take a form, I'll come to you, I'll kill you, and after that, I'll kill you towards that particular area that you will see Mahishasur lying down in the feet of Ma. Okay. And from then, you will be always remembered at the feet of me for eternity. That is the story. So obviously Mahishasur knew about all these things, and that's the reason. That is how you correlate with the two of the Puranas, and that is also one of the I can say. So we talked about three Puranas, but now let us discuss few other things with respect to this part. So what I wanted to discuss was, firstly, if you want, I would always recommend you to read Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is something which will uh, open your horizons for thinking. Okay, because a lot of this kind of small, so it is like a huge tree or a huge climber tree, and there are a lot of branches. Okay, so these branches are nothing but maybe Puranas, and these branches are also intersecting. So you will find a lot of thing. No, I'm not meaning Bhagavad Gita. We are talking about Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita is a very small part of Srimad Bhagavatam. That is just a conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna. By the way, Gita means samvad. When the two people are talking, that is known as Gita. So Gita, which happened, which is mentioned in Bhagavatam, is Bhagavad Gita. That is between Lord Krishna and Arjuna. Okay, so don't get confused with that part. You will understand this. Now, interestingly, why I always recommend people to read Bhagavatam is because when you look at the charitra of Asuras or charitra of Danavs or Daityas, most of them or most of the villain, they always have known the Vedas. Everyone, even if you read Bhagavatam and you see Hiranyakashipu was reciting the slokas of Vedas before killing Prahlad, you watch, you see everything. Even Ravan did the same part. Everybody was well educated. What does it means? Even if you know about certain things, still you can fall. Similarly, now, okay, I think that might be out of topic a little bit, but still, I'll cover that story. But before that, we'll speak about Chandraghanta. So, I can also say Chandraghanta corresponds to one of the chakra. So, why did Chandraghanta take a form? Why was Adi Shakti had to take a form? It was to deliver justice. So, which chakra delivers justice? Solar plexus chakra. So, she corresponds to solar plexus chakra. So people with strong solar plexus have very strong sense of justice. Okay. Now, this justice what we are talking is not mortal. This is a higher form of justice, a spiritual justice, what we are saying. Okay. So in my understanding, okay, this is my understanding. It is not mentioned anywhere as such. So this is a time when in your life, when you look at person, you are seeing, addressing a person as a soul. If you are healing or if you are meeting that person, you realize that that person is going through a lot of conflicts and a lot of difficulties. But not necessarily it is because of karma or it is because of the past life. Because the spiritual justice has started. Karma is nothing but spiritual justice. What you have given comes back to you. So it is kind of that law. Whatever goes wrong in that imbalance, so the spiritual justice come in play. So as a punishment, many a times we need to sacrifice something or give something, but it is also a form of learning for us in that way. So for example, I can tell you this example. This example is from Mahabharata. This is little bit distorted by a lot of people, but the actual meaning might be as follows. Might be. So everyone knows about Eklavya. Okay, so I'll tell you background of Eklavya. Eklavya's father. Okay, so Eklavya was not a person from an Adivasi community or tribal community. He was a prince. He was a son of a king. They may be from that kind of area. Okay, the area might be different, the culture might be different. So tribal culture might be there, but he was still a prince. So his dad had been a friend with Kauravas. Okay. So any which ways he was going to fight a war from the side of Kaurava. And Eklavya was someone who would, be, I can say, toe to toe with Arjun during that time when it came to that. And also, there was no official learning in for him because Dronacharya, like, he was not there as a disciple. But when Dronacharya came, he told that I'm worshipping you. So he made a statue of Dronacharya in front of him, and he's like, I'm worshipping you. You are my guru. So Dronacharya is like, okay, then you need to give me something as Guru Dakshina. So in that part, he says that you won't be using your thumb while doing archery. He didn't ask for the thumb. Like, come on, man. Like, why will he ask for the thumb? So then Eklavya responds, it is like not using thumb in archery means as if you have taken my thumb out of my system. That is the conversation. And because of that, he uses, you will always see a lot of tribal people, they use two fingers for bow and arrow. A lot of people, huh? A lot of, like, if you even see the Aztec civilization in the middle, like the South American civilizations and all those things, you will clearly see this distinctive feature right now also. Why I am saying this? It is because of the spiritual justice what is supposed to be delivered in future. That's the reason why Eklavya not taking part in war is fairly necessary. So what might happen to you right now? You might think, "Arey, it's a problem, it's a punishment. I'm neutralizing my karma or something like that." Not necessarily like that. You just need to not think about it and just go with the flow. 99% of the times, if you have problems in your life, it is associated with solar plexus chakra. And hence, you will find Chandraghanta is one of those devis which is highly worshipped in northern plains of India. Obviously, it is also worshipped in Gujarat and Rajasthan. And that's the reason you will find people playing Garba, and every day there is. So, when you read about Chandraghanta, you'll realize that even the vastra what she is wearing is totally different. It comes from some people, some demigod, some god, and something like that. Even Yamraj play an important role in the entire process. Now, there are two things associated to this part. So there is a Sanskrit, not a Sanskrit saying, but you will always see that कि अरे there is गुजरात में एक चीज बोलते हैं, भैंस के आगे भागवत. That means for another person who does not understand anything, you won't be saying some good amount of things, right? It is like मोती तुम रखे कौवे के सामने, you know. All those kind of sayings, they have some kind of spiritual significance, or you can say some spiritual background or some spiritual story. With all these process, you need to understand that how you are going to make your life better and more better. So what we'll do is we'll do a short kind of meditation. So obviously the invocation was in meditation itself, but we'll ask for the specific blessing of psychological balance and how to overcome the inner conflicts what we are facing. So obviously that Friday we'll be covering in the mass healing part, but still today we are still be doing all those things. And apart from that, we'll try to channelize as much as energy towards humanity. So I'll be saying, yeah, how our master says, spilling pearls before swine. Yeah. So all those sayings are there, but it might have some amount of Puranic meaning or something like that. I don't know about other things, but this is one thing which can be correlated with your Puranas. I hope this part is very clear. So before moving, we'll take a 1 minute break. If you guys want, you guys can drop me a message. I can address some doubts related to Puranas. Puranas, Bhagavad Gita. Which writer for Srimad Bhagavatam you recommend? I don't know, man. There are a lot of writers, but so it's better to listen by somebody. Like it's better to listen Srimad Bhagavatam by some good person, in my opinion. If you ask me who, I will say Shri M. Uh, then there are like a lot of other people also who take Bhagavatam, but usually you will see in Bhagavatam they just focus on Krishna's life and Krishna's incarnation and all this Raslila what he did. So usually they don't focus on other parts, but it's good. Gita Press is also fine. Yeah, Gita Press is also fine. But in Gita Press also you will find the major crux of Bhagavatam will be Krishna Leela. So if you want to read other things, so you go to other authors and other books and see. What is difference between Asuras and Rakshasa? They are different races. It's it's moreover like what is the difference between God and demigod? It's similar to that. Asura and Rakshasa. So Asur is something who existed before, like what we talked about Samudra Manthan and all those things when that happened. So Asura were always there. They were. It was not that they were not there. So Rakshasa is like you can say a grosser form of Asura. You know. So like how I told about that Daitya and Danav also came from the same particular person and then it formed a different race entirely. So something like that. But all these things, they don't have an ability to digest prana, like they don't have an ability to produce prana. Okay. So they need to always go or always have humans or higher planes energy for their sustainability. So yeah, that is there. What was his name? Ramesh Bhai Oza. There is this person called as Ramesh Bhai Oza. He is also like one of the good orator for Bhagavatam. So you can listen to him or Shri M. Both are good. Shri M goes a little bit in detail. So yeah, Shri M speaks in English. Ramesh Bhai Oza speaks in Hindi. And there is one more book of Bhagavatam. I'll see if I have that. I'll send a picture. We'll send the link directly on the group. Okay. So let's start. Let's tune into the energies. In today, so okay, before we start, I'll just listen to me very carefully. What we'll be doing is we are just becoming an instrument. Okay. So when the energy is going to downpour, you just try to generalize. You are just an instrument. You are like a CFL bulb. Okay. Just when you are connected up, it switches on and you are just spreading the light. But this CFL bulb has an ability to spread more and more light as it grows. Simple. So you have to spread more and more light till your entire light is going to engulf the entire planet. The moment that particular thing happens, after that, every person, every being where the light is passed on, they also become CFL bulb. Simple. Okay. Now, in this process, do not try to visualize any colors or anything. Just go with the flow. Because if you try to visualize color, you might be actually holding back the divine energies. Because what if you are a better instrument and you might not know it? Simple. It is always good to stay positive on that part. All of us are child of God. Okay. So keep your tongue to your palate. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your spine straight. Tune in your energies towards the divine feminine aspect of the Supreme Being. The Adi Shakti, Parashakti, Bhagavati, to Ma Durga. Tune in to Ma Chandraghanta. The energies of Ma Chandraghanta are coming down upon you. Energies of the God passing through this form is coming down upon you. Now visualize this form in your heart center. Outpour what love you can. Just be still, be aware, and observe. The heart center is expanding with joy, peace, bliss, happiness. You are becoming a better instrument. You are fully receptive, fully conductive at all the levels. I'll be chanting a mantra for 11 times. Just be receptive and let go. शरणागत दिनार्थ परित्राणम परायणे सर्वशार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. शरणागत दिनार्थ परित्राणम परायणे सर्वशार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. शरणागत दिनार्थ परित्राणम परायणे सर्वशार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. शरणागत दिनार्थ परित्राणम परायणे सर्वशार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. शरणागत दिनार्थ परित्राणम परायणे सर्वशार्ति हरि देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. शरणागत दिनार्थ परित्राणम परायणे सर्वशार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. शरणागत दिनार्थ परित्राणम परायणे सर्वशार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. शरणागत दिनार्थ परित्राणम परायणे सर्वशार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. शरणागत दिनार्थ परित्राणम परायणे सर्वशार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. शरणागत दिनार्थ परित्राणम परायणे सर्वशार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. शरणागत दिनार्थ परित्राणम परायणे सर्वशार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते. Let go of yourself. Let go. You're just an instrument. Your consciousness is expanding. You are going out of your body. You are flying. You are traveling upwards. You can see your body down. You are going upwards, upwards, upwards. You are able to see your city from above. You are able to see your country. You are able to see the entire planet. When you look up, there is this infinite energy. You are just going into infinite energy. You are surrounded by this infinite energy. You are one with this infinite energy. Just look at Earth. Try to channelize this energies on the planet Earth as if this infinite energy is embracing the planet Earth. The channel is your body. The energies are going down into the planet, going through your body, spreading around to your family members, friends, every person, every being around that area, to your entire colony, your entire vicinity. Every person, every being is immensely blessed by the energies of the Supreme Being. If there are a lot of patients, a lot of people who need healing, just visualize them receiving a lot of healings. In this process of spreading the light, a lot of angels have descended into this area and they are healing everybody. You're just an instrument. You are fully receptive, fully conductive at all the levels. Radiate this energy further into your entire city, into your entire country. Every person, every being is surrounded by this light of God with deep, deep, deep inner healing and a sense of spiritual justice. They are immensely blessed with stability, with lots of love, inner peace, and guidance. Every person, every being is blessed with good health, happiness, spirituality, abundance, and prosperity. This light is spreading from your country to entire planet Earth, including oceans, including the sky, the earth. This energy has engulfed the entire planet Earth. Now, every person, every being is also becoming an instrument, and the light of God is descending upon them directly. Every person, every being is becoming a better instrument on the entire planet. This energies of God is also traveling inside the planet Earth. It is rejuvenating the entire planet Earth. It is regenerating the entire planet Earth. All the calcified ideas and calcified thoughts, all the egregores across the globe related towards violence, anger, hatred, racism, casteism, disputes, and discrimination shall be thoroughly be disintegrated right now. May every person, every being on the planet Earth be blessed with good self-esteem, with sense of spiritual justice. The light of God be there and spread across. Let thy will be done. Visualize our planet is ready for the next avatar to descend. Now, slowly focus on your country, focus on the state, in the city, in the area. Look at yourself in your house. Enter to your body. Slowly move your fingers, move your toes. You are still channelizing this light of God. Let's use this energy for some healing. If you have any pain, any specific part of your body, or any weakness for which you require healing, just ask for it. Ask for the healing. It shall be healed. The light of God is passing through you, it's passing through your skin, your skull, your brain, eyes, ears, nose, throat, tongue, palate is going down from your brain, your spine, your neck, your shoulders. A part of energy is coming out of your palm. Energy is entering into your lungs, physical heart, diaphragm, stomach, liver, pancreas, gallbladder, spleen, large intestine, small intestine, reproductive organs, reproductive system, excretory system, kidneys, all entire endocrine system, your hips, your bone marrow, knees, legs, ankles, toes, soles of your feet. This energy with each breath is going deep into your system and healing yourself, healing your system properly. All the calcified ideas, all the discriminatory thoughts, all the calcified thoughts and emotions shall thoroughly be disintegrated. They shall be transformed and transmuted. By the principle of oneness, your parents are healed, everyone around you is healed, everyone whom you have healed is healed completely right now. Take a deep breath. To the Supreme Being, to Divine Father, Divine Mother, we the souls express our gratitude for this wonderful insight, for this wonderful healing. Thank you for making us an instrument. We know and we acknowledge we will try to become better instrument every time, at every second, at every moment of our life. We'll be aware that we are the soul, we are not this body. To all the lineages, all the sampradayas, to our Guru, our beloved Grandmaster Chua Lord Mahaguruji, mailing all the great ones. Thank you for this priceless blessings. Thank you for everything what you have given to us. To all the people who have compiled and written Puranas, all the scriptures across the globe, we the souls express our gratitude for your wonderful work. To the Devi Chandraghanta, we thank you, thank you, thank you. To Adi Shakti, Parashakti, we worship you, we bow down to you. Thank you. The Supreme Being, thank you. With thanks and in full faith, I am rooted and grounded. Thank you. Take a deep breath. Slowly and gently open your eyes with a smile. So people who feel heavy or something like that, kindly give yourself or do some exercises. You won't feel that heavy. People who have done pranic healing, give yourself a set of sweeping. So that will be good. I'll be opening the group. You can express your gratitude there. A lot of times you might be able to experience warmness or heat when this particular thing is happening. So that is also a sign of purification. And also it is a sign and symbol that we are not grounded enough. Simple. So there is always need to psychotherapy. So yeah, give yourself a good psychotherapy today. Want to sleep? Go to sleep. The best time is दिन का दिन का सोना जितना अच्छा और सुकूनदायक होता है उतना रात को मजा नहीं आता. Like you have a good meal, like, and then you just go to sleep. Wow, it's good. So yeah, we are opening the group. You can express your gratitude and give us the feedback. Also, okay, wait, I'm going to unmute you guys. You guys can ask any question if you have related to the sessions what we are taking. Colors changing in vision. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Feeling peaceful. Good. There are a lot of experiences what we have. So yeah. If you guys want, you can ask anything. Yes, Neeti.
Doctor, there's like every time they say like when the Navratri comes, like Ma Durga comes on a different mount.
On a mount?
In the sense like this time she's coming on elephant. She's riding an elephant when she's
Yeah.
coming. So what does that significance? And it seems like when she's going in a palki. That's, that's
I
what
don't know.
I, you
I
know.
don't know much about it, but see, the Vahana, what we have is also a kind of symbolism, in my understanding, that we need to coexist with animals.
Okay.
So that is one major aspect where we fail. If you go to see like the amount of injustice what we do to the pashu, the purna yoni, it is not that good. And somewhere down the line, we are not at peace in that way. That is one part. Another part, it is symbolical in nature. So if you go to see like people who have done the classes, they you might know that what is the symbol of snakes, why there is peacock. Similarly, why there is a sequence of events. So even lion is also one of those things. And by the way, elephant is one of the greatest symbol of prosperity on the planet Earth. Okay, and the best symbol to, and according to also Vastu Shastra, they have this particular thing of keeping elephant in a specific position in a specific corner of a room. But there are other aspects towards it, like if you know, there is elephant name is Iravat, that is that is an elephant of Lord Indra. So somewhere down the line, all these things, they have this symbolism. Any which ways, in your house is not that big that you can have a live elephant in your house. So that's the reason why all these things are like this. But somewhere down the line, we also need to have a higher perspective, that is how people communicate it. So for example, if you go to see in entire planet, on this planet earth right now, people who are illiterate, they have symbols on the streets and everywhere to make them understand regarding certain things. So like there will be a big circle, say no, and then spit is like you show a man spitting. So that is how it is communicated. So similarly, we can say that a lot of times, a lot of the symbols of our Puranas and everything, they are the ways of communication. It might have an higher reason, but I'm not too sure about it. So I would not like to comment on that part.
And why is that, like, the Asuras or this Rakshasa, like, whenever they did this meditations or jap,
Mhm.
then, but the want was like, desire was immortality, nothing else. And
Yeah,
when they were not given that immortality, and so like then they said, okay, we cannot be destroyed by this, falana, falana, and then some point they would miss in that.
yeah,
And that would come as like, like how you said Mahishasur, like he said, I will not, apart from the female aspect,
No,
all
he,
the
he
male
didn't
aspect,
mention female. He mentioned everything, but he
uh,
forgot to
they
mention
took the
female.
female.
Yeah,
So then in the end, Ma had to come and kill him. But
yeah,
Ma is like, why that obsession with that immortality so? Because even the Samudra Manthan happened because of this thing.
yeah, kind of. But we also need to understand that, see, in spite of people knowing regarding scriptures, regarding Vedas and everything, they know that they are immortal. All of us here are immortal. Our souls are immortal, right? We are changing the forms. Still, they are being attached with that specific form because they have won a lot of things. So they don't want to start from ground zero again. They are like, I've already conquered two lokas, and if I tell you that now you die, now I was born again in one of the Asura Kul where my dad is one of those Senapati and I need to raise up again and all those kind of things. So that is one aspect. But other aspect is also too much of attachment regarding this part. And there have been always hatred. So even Asuras, Danavas and Rakshas also have an hatred towards Vishnu and towards the Devas. But also, if you see it objectively, you will find even Devas have done things like that. Okay, like it's not like the people are both are at fault. That's the reason why if you have a higher perspective, you realize, oh, nonsense, what is happening here?
लेकिन अगर उन लोग का कैसे बोलते हैं, जैसे आपने अभी बोला, लाइक दे हैड द असुरास एंड ऑल, दे हैड अ हेट्रेड टुवर्ड विष्णु एंड ऑल,
So
टुवर्ड्स द
that
गॉड.
was that was ingrained in their head.
लेकिन जो करते हैं, मतलब लाइक द डिवोशन दैट दे डू और व्हाट द जपा दे डू, दे आर डूइंग इट टुवर्ड्स ब्रह्मा और टुवर्ड्स विष्णु ओनली,
No,
एंड
no, towards Mahadev.
महादेव, एंड देन लाइक द मतलब हेट्रेड भी है और मतलब करना भी उन्हीं, मांगना भी उन्हीं से.
Yeah, it's moreover like that because see, understand it is also the now you know that is principle of oneness and there is this revelation of absolute truth as three forms of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and all those things. So this is a highly symbolical in nature, and all these things what we are talking in other planes and other dimensions also. So eventually, there was this question which was asked to me when I was traveling. So this that uncle told me that Janmesh, if you have 2,000 years of your Ayushya, what will you do? So I just looked at him. I'm like, suicide, I think. So he started laughing. He's like, what? Like, of course, like who want to live to 2,000 years like that? Even if you are living 100 years, like in this life, if you see whatever you have done enough to jump, have a leap towards your spiritual growth and evolution. And that point after that, you don't start from the ground zero. You start again from that particular level where you have left. Similarly, when I had that conversation, and then he spoke to me that he told me that what about Babaji? I'm like, bro, Babaji has done a greatest sacrifice. What I can even think, not even think, because you know what is the pran which is taken by Mahavtar Babaji? Mahavtar Babaji took that pran that all the souls on the planet Earth, till they receive or become illuminated, I'll be there to guide them. I'm like, इतना ज्यादा टाइम लगने वाला ना ये प्रोसेस को और ये इतना टाइम रहने वाला understand the sacrifices what this kind of souls are making for the planet Earth. Similarly, as you said that why do not they know it? It is also because they have been corrupted by a lot of lower emotions, and somewhere down the line it's there is no, I can say, there is no balance between that at all. So eventually you will see that humans were always fragile. In all the books what you read, humans are fragile. ऐसे फूक मारेंगे मर जाएंगे. I'm like, what is this particular thing? And on top of that, you need to take a human life or human form to achieve spiritual illumination. That is also mentioned. I'm like, if we are fragile, then either give us some strength to do some kind of tapasya or something like that. Like, do something at least. Why this is like this? That's the reason the distinctive avatar of Vishnu, what I see, is Parshuram. So, because उसके पहले जितने भी अवतार हुए, it was not physical, ना. Parshuram was in human form. It was physical. So,
One
Parshuram,
last
Prabhu
question,
Sri Ram like that.
one last question, doctor.
Yeah.
Why not Vishnu? Like when they were doing the tapasya, that was only towards Brahma and Mahadev. Why not towards Vishnu?
Because it was ingrained. Understand, all these things, what is happening, it is happening since love aspect is missing. Yeah, that is one of the things. But you also understand this from a scripture point of view. We are talking about Samudra Manthan here. Then who was the one who transformed himself into a female
Oh,
and reached all these people? So that was one process. The second, there was something else. Then there was third, where the planet Earth and the Bhumi, it was sunken down into the ocean, and then Varaha Avatar came in picture, and then Narsimha came in. So every time when Asura wanted to do something, Vishnu Avatar came in. Something like that. But even after Narsimha, Vaman Avatar, like Vaman Avatar के बारे में भी बहुत कम description मिलेगा आपको, but that is a very good incarnation. If you want to study, you can study that very well, because जो बाली राजा है, he is also an asur. By the way, Raja Bali is grandson of Prahlad. ओके, सो भक्ति लीनेज में आ रहा है, जेनेटिक्स में आ रहा है, ऐसा बोल सकते हैं हम. बट ऐसा कुछ हुआ नहीं. बट ऑब्वियसली लाइक राजा वाली को पता था कि दिस इज गोइंग टू हैपन, एंड स्टिल ही वेंट दैट. बिकॉज व्हाई? बिकॉज ही न्यू दैट हिज क्लैन और हिज रिलेटिव्स, दे आर नॉट गुड दैट मच. सिंपल. सो बहुत बार ऐसा होता है ना, दैट यू नो दैट योर फैमिली मेंबर्स आर नॉट दैट ग्रेट. यू नो, यू हैव दैट सेंस ऑफ रियलाइजेशन कि माँ बाप अच्छे हैं, बुआ अच्छे है, सब लोग अच्छे हैं, लेकिन ये लोग ये चीज के ये सामने, इनके सामने ये चीज मैं नहीं बोलूंगा. अगर बोलूंगा तो तकलीफ हो सकता है. So you choose to show compassion. So that is one of the reasons why all these things happen. And most of the times you will find there have been mixed blood of Asura from a Brahmin and Asura. Always you will find this. ये combination बहुत deadly है, you know. दोनों side का best लेके तो genes evolve होता है. By the way, yesterday I watched that movie called as Narsimha. It is there on Netflix.
how
Please
is it?
watch the movie. It's absolutely apt and correct how Bhagavatam has mentioned regarding how the planetary galactic wars happened and all those things. It is absolutely loving.
Anime film, right?
हाँ, it is an animated film. Yeah. Real मतलब वो VFX का level ही नहीं है. वो कर ही नहीं सकते. सोच भी नहीं सकते. It is beyond our comprehension only.
Okay, we'll watch that.
Yeah, please do it, because a lot of things have been very clear, and I was much excited in the. I was excited throughout the movie because
Okay.
it was about bhakti, and I was like, wow, like the way they have mentioned it, it's very subtle but very amazing. It's good. So it's good that even our art and creativity and all these things are also getting in alignment a little bit. But that is how it happens. Yes, Sonia ji. Yes, Nidhi, do you
You
want to
know,
ask anything?
thank you.
Welcome, Sonia ji. बोलिए.
आई जस्ट वांट टू आस्क कि अगर आप ऋषिकेश अगर हम जाएं, बिकॉज मैं बहुत देर से प्लान कर रही हूँ जाने का, बट आई जस्ट डोंट नो वेयर टू गो, एंड मतलब सो दैट कि वहाँ हफ्ता 10 दिन मैं कुछ सीखूं भी, और वो
हम्म.
कामनेस हो कुछ, मतलब कि कहीं जाके रहना है, यहाँ से निकलना है, तो वो अगर थोड़ा आप आइडिया दे पाओ, वेयर शुड आई गो एग्जैक्टली.
Paramath Niketan ashram is the best place to go मेरे हिसाब से. However, I have stayed in different ashrams. तो दूसरे आश्रम का थोड़ा eligibility criteria होता है, and there are some rules and regulations in the ashram. But Paramath Niketan is a kind of a place which is kind of a hotel also. So you can stay there, और फिर आगे पीछे आपको खाना पीना मिल जाएगा. You will find a lot of foreigners doing a lot of yoga classes, workshops happening here and there. So you can go there and explore. You just go there. Like once when you go there, you can explore a lot of things. Don't book things here. यहाँ से booking करके मत जाओ कभी भी. You
नहीं
just
नहीं,
for
बुकिंग.
one night के लिए book करो यहाँ से. You go there and then you explore. और वो वाले
ओके.
तट पे जाना ऋषिकेश में. ये वाले तट पे नहीं. ये वाला तट कमर्शलाइज्ड है. वो वाला तट में थोड़ा बहुत अध्यात्म मिलेगा आपको. मतलब बहुत कुछ
वो.
मिलेगा.
ओके.
जहाँ पे गंगा आरती होता है.
जहाँ गंगा आरती होता है, ठीक
हाँ,
है,
जहाँ
थैंक
पे
यू वेरी मच.
महादेव का बहुत बड़ा स्टैचू है.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, आई नो.
बस वो वाला तट.
ओके ओके ओके.
और जहाँ पे रेस्टोरेंट है
थैंक
चूटी वाला, वो वाला तट.
यू. थैंक यू. और आज सच में बहुत मजा आया. इनफैक्ट मेरी बैटरी खत्म हो गई, लाइट भी नहीं है, बट मैं फोन नहीं बंद कर रही, जस्ट बिकॉज आई वांट टू लिसन.
हम्म. हमारा इंसान का बैटरी नहीं खत्म होना चाहिए, बाकी सब ठीक है, सब चार्ज हो जाएगा.
हाँ. आज मतलब इतने कॉल्स भी आए बीच में. आई टुडे आई डिडंट गॉट डिस्ट्रैक्टेड लाइक
हम्म.
यस्टरडे यू सेड ना कि आई हैव टू वर्क ऑन माई सेल्फ. तो अभी भी मतलब जब भी मैं करती हूँ तो मुझे पता है ना, हस्बैंड का कॉल आना शुरू हो गया था. द मोमेंट यू स्टार्टेड द मेडिटेशन ना, एंड बेल वाज रिंगिंग, तो मैंने डिस्कनेक्ट किया. मैं
हम्म.
कहा ओके, गॉड ब्लेस यू, आई नो दिस इज फॉर अ रीजन, everything has been already decided, god bless you, I am doing my thing, afterwards I'll see you. what you want to say.
That's great, great, great. So, guys, I have opened a group. You can drop your messages in the group. Yes, Sandhya ji, आप बोलिए.
Yes, thank you so much for the beautiful sessions. First of all, the first day I attended your session and I was glued to the screen. It is amazing to understand and to know about our own. Uh, People call it mythology. I don't know why myth has been added to this. I don't like this word to be added in our
Good.
scriptures. Myth, क्यों होता है?
Yes.
So, that day, the very first day, you talked about fasting. So,
Yeah.
I have always been doing the fasting of 9 days, and this time I thought, let me also take the oath of not taking like not observing fast on food. Let me take the fasting on anger. Now everybody, because now I'm not fasting on food, so everybody is asking, why are you not doing? And it is creating kind of guilt feel. What to do then? What should I do? Because every second person in gym also, in my relatives also, everybody whosoever guest also asking me, you are not fasting, why are you not fasting? So it's somewhere मुझे लग रहा है कि did I did something wrong?
No, no. So, you need to rephrase your statement. So, if someone is asking, "Are you fasting?" you say yes. Simple. The moment they ask about food, then you would say, ah, but you never say what you are doing. So, in my opinion, Navratri is those kind of 9 days where all the things what you are doing should be gupt in nature. Okay, you are not supposed to reveal what you are doing. Eventually or normally ऐसा ही होता है. And then when you are actually fasting, though, it's fine. Only the people in the family, they will know that you are eating everything. That's it. But apart from that, there is no need to tell anybody what you are doing. Simple. Yeah, yeah, I am fasting. Yeah, that's it. You just
And the other,
move on.
okay, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry to cut you short. But the other thing is that in North India, the energy form of Mata is considered to be really, a kind of fragile thing. If you're doing something wrong, something might wrong happen. जैसे हमारे यहाँ in my family, few people follow the custom of not leaving the house, not visiting the other state or other like do not put a lock on the door if
Hmm.
you have ghat sthapna or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if you are doing so, something wrong will happen. And on off lately कहीं किसी की बीमारी हो गई, कुछ कुछ ऐसा गड़बड़ हो गया ना, so this thing is also attached to this. So these kind of fears are also attached to bhakti puja. Many time people are doing puja, like I'm also one of them. Abhi to mera I have started
Hmm.
changing. I think things are becoming little uh, towards the inner world, but fear is also attached towards
Yeah.
puja bhakti. If I'm not doing this, ये हो जाएगा. अगर ऐसा नहीं कि अरे उन्होंने पूजा करवाया तो हो गया, हमने नहीं करवाया तो ऐसा ना हो जाए. So how to overcome and how to battle with this?
So, firstly, understand this one particular aspect of soul, and ये उसका रेफरेंस आपको भगवत गीता में मिलेगा, और इसका गहरा वाला रेफरेंस आपको भागवतम में भक्ति के ऊपर जो सार है उसमें मिलेगा. ठीक है. जहां जहां भय है ना, वहां वहां भक्ति नहीं हो सकता.
Hmm.
भय और भक्ति साथ में नहीं चलते. या तो भय है या तो भक्ति है. जो भक्त है, जो भक्ति कर रहा है, उसको कोई चीज का भय नहीं होता. ठीक है. आई बात देवता प्रसन्न करने की, जो हम लोग दिव्य शक्ति का बात करते हैं. सो जैसे कुल देवता हो गया, कुल देवी हो गई, तो जब भी आपने घट स्थापना किया है, जब भी आप कोई मूर्ति का प्राण प्रतिष्ठा करते हो, सो इट इज बेटर नॉट टू लीव हाउस. मतलब नॉट टू लीव हाउस डायरेक्टली फॉर फ्यू डेज और समथिंग लाइक दैट, बिकॉज आपने स्थापना किया है फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर अमाउंट ऑफ डेज. उसके बाद व्हेन दैट इज ओवर, इट इज डन. However, in my understanding, शास्त्र के अनुसार कोई भी चीज का स्थापना या प्राण प्रतिष्ठा घर के अंदर नहीं करना चाहिए. इट इज सपोज टू बी ऑलवेज अ कम्युनिटी काइंड ऑफ अ फेस्टिवल, कम्युनिटी काइंड ऑफ अ प्रोसेस. बट पीपल डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड दैट पार्ट. दे कॉल अ पंडित, और पंडित्स आर नथिंग बट दे आर लॉयर्स ऑफ एनर्जी. द मोमेंट दे लुक एट द शास्त्र, दे लाइक ये लूप होल है, ये लूप होल है, ये लूप होल है, ये लूप होल है, हम लोग ये ऐसे कर सकते हैं. दैट्स इट. रही बात पूजा पाठ की, हवन और होम, ये जो भी दोनों चीज है ना, वो संसार के लिए की जाती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, कोई भी राजा पुराने जमाने में हवन होम करवाता था ऋषि मुनि से फॉर बेटरमेंट ऑफ द प्रजा. इट वॉज नेवर बेटरमेंट ऑफ हिमसेल्फ. अगर आपको कुछ चाहिए अच्छा, तो आप किसी पंडित को बिठा के कोई पूजा नहीं करवानी चाहिए. आइडियली स्पीकिंग यू नीड टू डू इट बाय योर ओन सेल्फ, तब जाके कुछ डेवलपमेंट होगा. Lastly, but not the least, scan. When you scan, you realize, you verify certain things. And when you are scanning, be very discreet. किसी को बोलो मत आप क्या कर रहे हो, हर चीज गुप्त रखो. आपको अंडरस्टैंड हुआ, ठीक है. देन यू कीप दैट विथ योर सेल्फ. यू थिंक, उसका मनन चिंतन करो, उसको थोड़ा ज्ञान में तब्दील करो, और हो सकता है उससे विवेक आए, हो सकता है उससे विजडम आए. जब तक आपका भक्ति शुद्ध है, तब तक ना आपको कभी भय छू सकता है, ना कभी और कुछ छू सकता है. यू नीड टू फोकस इन दिस पर्टिकुलर ऑर्डर एंड बैलेंस योर लाइफ. लास्टली बट नॉट द लीस्ट, वॉट एवर यू आर डूइंग, कीप दैट एज अ सीक्रेट. वाई आई एम सेइंग दिस, ऐसा ऐसा लोग बोलते हैं कि हमें माला भी अगर किसी को बोलना नहीं चाहिए, बिकॉज ऐसा बोलते हैं कि राक्षस लेके जाता है, ऐसा होता है वैसा होता है. इट इज नथिंग लाइक दैट. हाउएवर, प्रॉब्लम इज दैट कि उस चीज का भी हमें अहंकार कभी डेवलप हो जाएगा, हमें पता नहीं चलेगा. प्रॉब्लम इज नॉट अहंकार, प्रॉब्लम इज नॉट नोइंग कि मैं प्राइड डेवलप कर रहा हूं, नॉट नोइंग कि मुझे अहंकार आ रहा है. ये बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है. और दैट इज ऑल्सो एसोसिएटेड विद भय, बिकॉज वी फियर. अगर हम हमारा अवेयरनेस एक्सपांड करेंगे तो हमें पता चलेगा, हम साक्षात्कार होगा हमारे कि हम कैसे हैं. दैट वी डू नॉट वांट टू फेस. और वो फॉल्स पर्सनालिटी के साथ हम कोई पूजा पाठ करते हैं, जप करते हैं, उससे हमें लगता है, हमें भ्रम है वो चीज का कि ये ऐसे होता है या डेवलप हो रहे हैं, बट होता नहीं है. इस पे अगर आपको ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन अगर चाहिए कि कैसे क्या करते हैं, तो आई थिंक सूर्य क्रिया करके एक किताब है, तो अगर आपको चाहिए तो आप वो पढ़ सकते हो, सूर्य क्रिया. और त्रिकाल संध्या का पूरा उसमें क्रिया के अंदर लिखा है कैसे 3 काल की संध्या करते हैं. तो उसमें आपको थोड़ी बहुत राइट चीजें मिलेगी, बट उसको भी मैं बोलूंगा आप स्कैन करके देखो एक बार,
Okay,
बिकॉज
sir,
अ लॉट ऑफ
Surya,
फैमिली मेंबर्स हैव बीन डूइंग दैट इसके लिए.
could you please repeat the name? Surya,
सूर्य क्रिया, यू विल फाइंड दैट.
Surya Kriya.
सूर्य
Okay,
क्रिया और
okay.
त्रिकाल संध्या.
त्रिकाल संध्या, हाँ, दिस वी रीड इन सप्तश्री, बहुत बार हर चीज में मेंशन होता है जो त्रिकाल
दैट
संध्या
इज
करता
सपोज
है.
टू बी एवरी डे. इट इज
Okay,
नॉट अ वन
okay.
टाइम थिंग. हाँ,
So
त्रिकाल
I have never read about it, so
अच्छा.
I will try to get into that. दूसरा चीज, just last question. Usually in my family they've been telling कि जो भी जाप करो तो it should be not heard by others. You should give me 1 second. तो
या
loudly नहीं करना
या
चाहिए. So okay, ठीक है. That's
सो
fine.
ऐसा बोलते हैं
ठीक है.
लाउडली नहीं करना चाहिए, बट अगर आपको ध्यान नहीं हो रहा जी, मतलब ओके गाइस, देर आर, ये मंत्र के बारे में मैं बात करूंगा थोड़ा. सो देर आर डिफरेंट लेवल्स ऑफ चैंटिंग मंत्रास. द फर्स्ट लेवल इज सेइंग इट लाउडली. ओके. द सेकेंड लेवल इज कीपिंग, मतलब आपको मुंह हिलाना है, लेकिन मंत्र जाप नहीं होता, मतलब उसमें आपको बोलना नहीं है. सपोज जैसे मैं गायत्री मंत्र के बारे में बात करता हूं, तो ऐसा है, तो ऐसा, ठीक है. दिस इज सेकेंड लेवल. द थर्ड लेवल इज एट मेंटल लेवल. तीसरा लेवल मेंटल लेवल पे होता है, जहां पे आप जीभ को अपने तलवे पे लगा के सिर्फ मंत्र जाप करोगे. बट थर्ड लेवल में ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम आती है, इन टर्म्स ऑफ एकाग्रता नहीं एस्टेब्लिश होती. इसके लिए ये रेकमेंड करते हैं कि आप एक दिया कीजिए और साथ में एक अगरबत्ती लगाइए. उसके बाद दिए को देख के आप मंत्र शुरू कीजिए, सो दैट यू हैव एंकर्ड योर माइंड ऑन अ स्पेसिफिक थिंग. एंड आपकी जो नासिका है वो जैसे सांस लेती है, उनको ये जो शुद्ध हवा है ऐसा बोलते हैं. अभी आई डोंट नो हाउ फार अगरबत्ती शुद्ध, बट सैंडलवुड इंसेंस इज द वन थिंग व्हाट इज बीन यूज्ड. और उसके बाद आप ये जाप शुरू कीजिए. और दूसरी बात, अगर मतलब इसमें बहुत सारे लोगों को बुरा लग सकता है जो ओल्ड है, मतलब ऐसा है, उसमें कैसा है कि आपको गिनना नहीं चाहिए कितना जाप कर रहे हो आप. आपको समय के अनुसार करना चाहिए. अगर आप एकाग्रता से कर रहे हो तो आपको पता है कि मैं 20 मिनट में इतनी माला करता हूँ या करती हूँ, ठीक है. फिर वही समय को रख के आप 5-6 घंटा बैठना है तो 5-6 घंटा बैठिए, लेकिन अभी गिनना आप छोड़ दीजिए, वैसा. सो ये लास्ट स्टेज है, उसमें आई डोंट थिंक लॉट ऑफ पीपल माइट डू. और इसमें कोई चक्र के ऊपर कोई ध्यान धारणा साधना मत करना, अनलेस एंड अनटिल आपको कोई दीक्षा मिला रहेगा तो ही करना. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर, संध्या जी.
Yes, very much clear. This doubt was there in my mind since my childhood. तो आज वो clear हुआ है. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
वेलकम. यस सिंधु जी, आप पूछ सकते हैं.
यस जन्मेश, एक तो मेरा यही क्वेश्चन था कि ये मंत्रस जो है ये हमें काउंट करके करना चाहिए, क्योंकि फिर अगर हम काउंट करते हैं तो मेरा तो ध्यान काउंटिंग में चला जाता है, तो वो काउंट में रहता ही, मतलब ध्यान इस पे रहता ही नहीं, बस अभी कितने कर लिए, चाहे मैं माला से नहीं करती, फिंगर से करूँ, तो फिर वही रहता है कि भाई ज्यादा हुए कम हुए क्या है। तो इसलिए मतलब इट्स बेटर कि काउंट के हिसाब से ना ही किए जाए, जितना हम कर लें उतना काफी है। वही अभी यही क्वेश्चन मुझे पूछना था। और सेकेंडली एक ये चीज, इट्स नॉट रिलेटेड टू नवरात्रि, बट जैसे ब्रह्मा जी क्रिएटर हैं, विष्णु जी प्रोटेक्टर हैं, तो शिव जी को हम क्यों डिस्ट्रॉयर क्यों कहते हैं?
It is not destroyer, it is creative destroyer.
क्रिएटिव डिस्ट्रॉयर।
हाँ, मतलब इट इज मोर ओवर लाइक आपके बॉडी में आरबीसीज है, डब्ल्यूबीसीज है, ठीक है, डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ सेल्स है। तो जैसे जो अच्छे सेल्स क्रिएट हो रहे हैं, दैट इज हैपनिंग बिकॉज ऑफ अ सर्टेन सिस्टम। बट जो सेल्स यूज्ड अप हो गए, उनका हो चुका है, अस्तित्व खत्म हो चुका है, तो देर इज अ नीड टू डिस्ट्रॉय देम और टू रिप्लेस देम विद न्यू सेल्स ना। तो न्यू सेल्स रेडी है, तो उनको निकालेगा कौन? दैट इज डब्ल्यूबीसी आ जाते हैं। या फिर कोई भी एंटीजन ऐसा कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम आता है बॉडी में, इन्फेक्शन होता है, जर्म्स आते हैं, तो डब्ल्यूबीसी इज द वन व्हिच टेक्स केयर। सिमिलरली, creative destruction is one of the process by which evolution happens, and one of the basic law on which the entire universe is functioning is actually law of change. अगर परिवर्तन नहीं हो रहा है तो संसार नहीं चलेगा। आप समझो इस चीज को। इसके लिए क्रिएटिव डिस्ट्रक्शन इज वन ऑफ द मेजर थिंग व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर एवोल्यूशन, फॉर ग्रोथ। अगर वहां पे दूसरा चीज बनाने के लिए जगह ही नहीं है तो फिर क्या करोगे आप? फॉर रीडेवलपमेंट कैसे होता है बिल्डिंग का? तो उसके लिए पहले बिल्डिंग तोड़ना पड़ता है। सो दैट इज क्रिएटिव डिस्ट्रक्शन, सिंपल। इट इज नॉट डिस्ट्रक्शन ओनली, इट इज, दैट इज वन ऑफ द मेजर फ्लॉज। एंड बाय द वे, शिवा नहीं है, वो शंकरा है। So the three aspects जो बोलते हैं ना, वैसे तो it is become Shankara. Shankara is the one who is got married to Parvati, and this is what is mentioned in Shiv Puran. और उसके ऊपर जो आते हैं वो शिवा है, that is the ultimate part, and उसके ऊपर आता है महाशिवा। So जो महाशिवा है, that is the supreme being, वो इस सब से एड्रेस किया है। And if you read विष्णु पुराण, उसमें महाविष्णु is the supreme being, ऐसा like विष्णु का एक बड़ा स्वरूप, something like that. So there are like different permutation and combinations, but it means the same. And
महादेव इज महाशंकर।
हाँ,
महादेव जी इज महाशंकर।
महादेव इज महादेव ओनली, ऐसे ही, मतलब इट्स अ डिफरेंट लेवल्स ऑफ ट्रूथ, दैट्स इट। ऐसा ज्यादा कुछ उसमें जानेंगे तो अच्छा है, नहीं भी जानेंगे तो फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, ऐसा है। बट इट्स गुड, यू सी। someone also asked me regarding शिव पुराण, तो you can read any शिव पुराण। मेरे हिसाब से गीता प्रेस गोरखपुर has written a lot of text, so अगर आप हो सकेगा तो आप वहां से मंगा सकते हो। और और कुछ पूछना है सिंधु जी आपको?
थैंक यू।
वेलकम। Anybody has any doubts? You want to ask anything? So there might be a lot of you guys who will be very much connected to Ma Durga, or female or feminine aspect of the Devi. So that particular affinity towards that deity is also with respect to your inner qualities. Okay. So if some kind of affinity and some kind of things come to you, you should worship it. And be very graceful in terms of worshipping. You have to be very grateful that you are in the body and you have an opportunity to perform bhakti. It is not the rituals, it is the bhakti part what you need to learn. So in bhakti आप खो जाते हो। So, वो खोना अगर वो क्षण भर के लिए भी होता है तो भक्ति कहलाएगी। आप जप नाम कितना भी करोगे, लेकिन वो क्षण भर के लिए आप जब खो जाओगे, जब आपको पता नहीं होगा कि आप कौन हो, वो एक क्षण भर की भक्ति है। सो इट इज अ प्रोबेबिलिटी कि अगर आप इतने लाख जाप करोगे तो शायद आपका ध्यान लगेगा, शायद आपको भक्ति एक्सपीरियंस होगी, ऐसा। सो भक्ति के तो बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल्स हैं। तो लेटेस्ट एग्जाम्पल में चैतन्य महाप्रभु, अगर उनके बारे में आप पढ़ोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा। कबीर जी के बारे में आप पढ़ोगे तो पता चलेगा। आदि शंकराचार्य के बारे में आप पढ़ोगे तो पता चलेगा। एंड आदि शंकराचार्य का भी काफी डिटेल्ड में नॉलेज है, वेदांता का वगैरह, आपको जानना है वो जान सकते हो। और बाकी आफ्टर द नवरात्रि इज ओवर एंड व्हेन यू विश टू डू लर्न समथिंग गुड और लर्न समथिंग न्यू, काइंडली गो एंड रीड और लिसन टू अष्टवक्र गीता। साधना सिद्धि प्राप्ति, इसका एक सटीक तरीका और एक सटीक सत्य की खोज में जाने का तरीका अष्टवक्र गीता में दिया है। And I think it is one of the best scripture, or I can say, uh, um, I don't know what happened, but वो जो conversation है ना between Raja Janak and Ashtavakra Rishi, that has touched my soul. Like अगर उस चीज को अगर आप जान लो तो हो गया फिर. मतलब in my opinion, nothing else is required because it covers everything and every aspect. I think only one person has narrated the entire, and that is by Osho. Osho has narrated entire Ashtavakra Gita, and he also mentions so in his narration it is like one slok, and he speaks on that one slok for almost 1 hour, and after that he addresses doubts and difficulty for 1 hour. So it is like that, and you will find more than 96 or more than 100 lectures are there on Ashtavakra Gita, and each lecture is of 2 hours. Huh? It's not of like 1 hour. So it's a very huge kind of understanding, but he relates it to a lot of things, a lot of other scriptures. So that's the best thing what you can hear. There are three things about Osho. Like I think it is his marvelous work. First is Ashtavakra Gita. Second is Mahavir Vani, and third is Krishna's Osho. Like he speaks about Krishna from his perspective. That perspective is beautiful, marvelous. I mean, that perspective, the moment I read that book, I realized what love means. Because what we think what love is also a form of bhakti. Okay. So what love means, what it is not what you do to your parents, it is not what you do to your spouse, it is not what you do to your children. Because all the relationship are selfish in origin. Your parents love you, or you love your parents because they have given you this body. Your parents see you as their progeny. उनके जीन्स आपके अंदर है, आप वंश आगे बढ़ाने वाले हो, इसके लिए आपको देख रहे हैं. योर स्पाउस सीज यू आउट ऑफ लस्ट, आउट ऑफ लव. उसका अलग पर्सपेक्टिव है. यू सी योर चिल्ड्रन इन द सेम वे हाउ योर पेरेंट्स सी यू. देन व्हाट इज लव? तो ये व्हेन यू स्टार्ट कंटेम्पलेटिंग अबाउट ऑल दीज थिंग्स, यू रियलाइज कि ये सब नेट प्रैक्टिस है. यहाँ पे शायद मैंने प्रेम का अनुभव किया है एक क्षण के लिए. And that is what is mentioned in that book, Krishna by Osho. Just read it. It is like marvelous, like superb. So wo time pe when I was going through a very difficult time or a rough patch related to spirituality, because I was like, what is this? Like you tell me what to do, I'll do it. But then when you tell me you need to experience, you need to be sensitive, you need to perform bhakti, that was not something which was going in my head. And I always knew that people who are saying that they are doing bhakti, they are not doing bhakti for sure. Because if you are doing bhakti, then there needs to be an inner transformation. पर वो भक्ति खत्म होने के बाद आपके मुंह में गाली आ रही है और आप इतना क्रोध से सबके साथ बात कर रहे हो, आप लोगों को डिसीव कर रहे हो, आप अपनी वाइफ को, अपनी माता को, अपनी बहन को इज्जत नहीं कर रहे हो. So I mean, that is a very weird thing for me. So that is something which drifted me apart from the society, which was like, I really didn't like that. On top of that, I have amazing parents and amazing relatives. I've never seen that ooch neech or something like that in my family as such. But the moment I went outside, I began to see this. And hence, that quest of finding bhakti and love, that quest was very big for me. It took 6-7 years of my life. And after that, when I realized that it is just the smartness is in letting go. And that is when I started realizing, okay, love is the key. It is key to what? It is key to everything. So bhakti is also a type of love, and devotion is also a type of love. And
So
by the way, this is also associated with discernment. You need to use your head when you are doing this. Yes, Sindhu.
yeah, the second one you said, which one?
What?
Book by Osho. One is
Krishna.
Krishna and
Yeah, yeah.
Ashwagandha.
Ashtavakra Gita is a sermon. It is not a book. It is वो प्रवचन है. So you need to listen to that.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it is on YouTube. YouTube पे सब पूरा available है.
And the third one you said, na, some Vani.
महावीर वाणी, महावीर स्वामी भगवान के ऊपर जो ओशो ने बोला है, that is also very good. ये तीनों चीज बहुत अच्छा है. And it happened at that peak where Osho was at peak in terms of spiritual growth. So, and दूसरा person whom if you want to listen when you want to go beyond love is Jiddu Krishnamurti. So, Krishnamurti also spoke a lot of things. Yeah, exploring self is one of the most important thing. What you need to do. That why you are there, why individual is there, is one of the question what you need to ask. However, I'm not sure whether you will get an answer or not, but I'm sure that your life will be transformed after that when you ask that question. Because then something will start in your life. That something will be full of energy. It's good. Okay. So I hope I have addressed most of the things today. Tomorrow is also a special day. Tomorrow we'll be doing uh, one kind of a healing. So I want you guys to just write down names of all the relatives, friends, and family on the piece of paper. Okay. So tomorrow, before just tuning in, because what is happening is in the meditation also, I felt that few of you guys you forgot one of your family and member, and then you are thinking about that family member. And no, now the energy is going here also. Yeah, no, energy is going here also. So do not get distracted by that. The moment it's you just write it down once and that's it. Simple. It is like all my family members, all my relatives. It's done. Okay. Okay then. Thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow, same time. And you can share the recordings, like you can share the link of the YouTube to people whom you want them to listen to all these things. Okay. So see you guys. Bye bye. Enjoy. Have
Thank
a
you.
nice day. Welcome.